Guys, happy Tuesday. Becky Timms here for The Drive at 5, and today I wanted to talk about building a brand. So as you know, I started selling on Amazon about 3 years ago, and when I first started selling on Amazon, it was crazy. Hey Jamal, thanks for joining The Drive at 5. It was crazy because I just started picking products. Hey Ada, hey Ann. I just started picking products that fit the algorithm. I'm going to use this word algorithm because I'm going to share with you several stories today that are quite funny. But anyway, I just started sharing products that I found that had a demand on Amazon. And so what you want to do when you start picking products is you don't want to just have one product, because then you're vulnerable, because if the supplier changes or anything could happen, and then you would be out of business. If you have multiple products like I did in the beginning, if you have like a water bottle and a supplement and a buckle and all of these things, there's no common thread between them, so then you're just kind of taking a shot in the dark as well. However, if you build a brand, let's say that you like hair or beauty, and you build your whole brand about something related to hair, I mean like hair products, shampoo, conditioner, whatever, then you can there are several things. You can wholesale. You can end up becoming a supplier to wholesalers. You can build this brand so big and then sell the company and let them do with it what they want. So there's so many options. I guess your imagination and supply and demand would be the extent of what you could do with your own brand. But today I have one product. Remember I told you I have one that I ship from home, and this was my bad. This is something that you can learn from it, but I'm getting ready to mess them up, but that's okay. So anyway, someone jumped on my listing, and there's only one place they can get it from, which is the manufacturer. So I know they're getting it from the same place that I'm getting mine from. Well, with my relationship with this manufacturer is I can send an email, they mail the product, and then I pay them like 30 days later. You know, it's due net 30. So this time when I received the item, there was no invoice in the box. And so I called him and I'm like, hey Steve, I received my items, but I'd like to, he doesn't take credit cards, so he only takes checks. I said, I'd like to mail you a check. And he's like, well, Becky, I don't usually have people calling me wanting to send me money. I'm usually calling them saying, where is my money? But what happened is they actually moved offices, so even if I would have sent a check, it would have gone to the wrong office. It's a family-owned business. They've been in business for over 35 years, and they've had over $15 billion in sales in their 35 years. So anyway, I said, hey, he knows that I'm an Amazon seller because I'm honest, and I told him, I said, somebody jumped on here and they reduced the price by a quarter. And I said, and they were able to send their product to Amazon even though it's a hazardous material, but they won't be able to do it next time, and I made sure of that. But it's my listing, the one that I created, and unfortunately back when I found this item, because I've been selling it for about probably 2 years at least, when I was selling it, I said, when I put it on Amazon, I didn't bundle it. Hey Vicky, so you definitely want to bundle so this doesn't happen to you in the future. But anyway, I didn't know that at the time, so that's another thing that you can learn. Live and learn, they say. So anyway, they jumped on the listing. I still make a lot of profit. They still make a lot of profit, but I've also created another listing with a bundle with a complimentary product that they can't jump on because it's my private label product along with this branded item. So the funny thing is, when I was talking to Steve, I was like, yeah, the name of the company is blah 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 Inc. And he goes, yeah, I sell to them. This is what he told me. Now he's an older gentleman. He said they told me they used some algorithm and found out that this product would sell. And I was like, did they? I said, yeah, I bet they used the Amazon algorithm. And he's like, they didn't say they were selling on Amazon. I was like, well, they are. But anyway, that was funny. That was funny story number 1 today. funny story number 2. That's right, super bundling, super love bundling, that's right. So funny story number 2 is it was around 10 something this morning, and I was on my break. I was actually eating an apple with some almond butter, and my phone rang, and I answered it. I was like, hey, this is Becky. And the person on the other end, I thought they were going to have a heart attack, because they were like, Becky? And I was like, yes. And they were like, this is really your phone number? And I'm like, yes. And they said, well, I didn't think you were going to answer. I thought it would be like some automatic messaging or something. And I'm like, well, where did you get my number? And he said, well, I get your emails, and so I just wanted to reach out to you. I was like, yeah, this is my phone number. I wouldn't put it on there if it wasn't, and I'm so happy that you called me. And so we chit-chatted about private labeling, which is what he wanted to know about. So then I decided, you know, I'm all about continual improvement for myself. And at the airport the other day, I said, I need to find a way to start getting to places early. But my husband, like, if I go somewhere with him, he wants to get there like 15 minutes early. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just sitting there just dying, because I'm sitting there not doing anything. I can't just be, so to speak. And so I've come up with what I'm going to do. I'm going to give all of you my telephone number, so if you have a pen and paper, you can write it down. If you don't, you can watch this recording back over. But if I get to a place, because I'm going to start trying to get places on time, so if I get to a place and I have like at least 10 minutes before I have to go into whatever I'm doing, then I'm going to post on Facebook or somewhere and say, hey, I have 10 minutes. Who wants to talk on the phone? Because I love to talk on the phone. I love to talk. That's why I'm sitting here talking to you while I'm sitting in my car while it's raining before I leave to go home. So you ready? Here's my phone number. It's 843. That's a Charleston, South Carolina area code. 843-408-0407. And I want you to call me, but please remember I am on the East Coast. So please don't call me in the middle of the night and wake up my husband, because he would not be happy. Actually, I won't hear it because I sleep through everything. And I don't put my phone on silence, because I'm the lab director and I have to make sure there's no emergencies at the water and wastewater plant here. But anyway, wanted to give you my number because I think it just floored the guy that I actually called, you know, and I'm probably one of the few that says, hey, do call me. And you know, I do have, they were like, well, Becky, you're always so busy. If I can't talk, I won't answer. If you want, you can send me a message with your name and, you know, what you need, because I'm not always on Facebook, but I want to make sure that you have the support that you need, because remember, it's my mission to help as many people as I can succeed online with e-commerce. I want to help you make your first dime online. And with that being said, I want you to do it the right way and learn from my years of experience and everything that I've gone through, so that you don't make the same mistakes. Now, I will say this, some of you that are following me are brand spanking new in e-commerce, and I do not want you to start private labeling if you're brand new, because I want to set you up for success. And to set you up for success, you need a firm foundation. And oh, that's cool. I'm glad you're gonna move here, Vicki. My husband and I and my boys, we actually have we go camping a lot. So yes, please come. It's very nice here. But I want to set you up for success, and so I don't want you to sign up for something that you're not going to be successful at if you're not ready. It's kind of like trying to run a marathon before your legs are even strong enough to stand on, so, or even crawl for that matter. So that's what we want to work you up to that point. If you are more advanced, then definitely private label is the way to go. That's the one that I personally use to make a lot of money, but it is a learning curve. I'm not going to sit here and say that it is easy. It's very simple, but you will have to learn, because having a private label is like having a PhD. I mean, you know a lot. I mean, you know a little about a lot. Or you know a lot about a little specific e-commerce subject. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. And I also wanted to talk about, for all of you that are following me, that you've been in e-commerce before and for some reason life got in the way and you gave up on your dreams. You did not, you kind of gave up before you even started. Send me a message. Here's my number again, 843-408-0407. And I want to help you because I know life gets in the way. I was thinking this morning as I was running on my treadmill about my journey. Actually, I'll tell you another story. There's lots of stories today. So this morning I was running on the treadmill, and you know, I was in Baltimore this past weekend, and there was a lady there named Eve from the UK. And Eve was very, very fit, and she actually owned gyms over in the UK. And so I was talking to her about my health goals, and I was like, Eve, you know, I have a picture right in front of my treadmill of myself riding a horse in Dominican Republic. When we went on our cruise, my whole family went on a horseback ride along the beach. And I said, Eve, that was the picture of me sitting on that horse was the horse that broke the camel's back, because I put it up there to remind myself that that's not how I want to look. And I told her that like maybe Friday night. And then Saturday when I was talking with her, she's like, well, Becky, maybe you need to, and this makes so much sense, reprogram your thinking. So instead of you running on that treadmill looking at your picture of you sitting on the horse, why don't you put a picture of what you want to look like, or what you want to get back to looking like? And that makes so much sense, because so many times we reprogram our minds thinking about all the negative things, all the past things that we can't change, and we need to look forward to where we're going. And so I am going to change my horse picture today, and it's just the same as you. Maybe you're reprogramming yourself saying, I can't sell online, I can't learn e-commerce, and yes you can, and I want to help you do it. So I gave you my number, 843-408-0407. I look forward to hearing from you. Remember, I'm on East Coast time, and if you have any questions about anything, you can send me a message and just say, hey, this is so-and-so, and this is my number, and I'll be sure to get back to you. So the baseball game for tonight was canceled again because of the rain. So it's the last game of the season. It was supposed to be last night. It got canceled. It was supposed to be tonight. It got canceled. And their little team party is on Thursday night. Hey, Jimmy. Their team party is on Thursday night. So hopefully they will get to finish the season before their team party. Hope you all have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow on the Drive at 5. Bye.